Hi FlossTube, how's it all going? I know it's been a while, I apologise. I've had Tracy messaging me because she misses me. Miss you too, and I haven't had time to catch up on everyone's FlossTube. It's just been hectic for the last wee while. Schools are now off, so the kids are off. Rugrat number 2 is away to his best friends to play for the afternoon, so bonus. And Rugrat number 1 is popped herself up to her bedroom so I can do this. So, fair bit's been happening, work's just been busy, life's just been life. Bonus news is I just got a promotion at work just yesterday, had the interview and got the job, so I am now a junior charge nurse, so that's a good thing. And I am honestly happy. I am. I just don't usually show too much excitement in things. So I'll move on and get on with the whips. I have done a fair amount. I may miss something, hopefully I won't, but I may miss something. And then I've got a few bits and pieces that I've got hold of, a few needle minders and what have you, and my bag of the month just literally arrived about half an hour ago from So Much to Love, so I will open that with you. So let's move on to the whips. I've not worked on many of them, there's just a few that I've worked on. I've had my little periods of, oh, I want to work on that, so I have. So first off, we've got the Frosted Pumpkin stitch along, and I've just done a little bit more to the March square. I'm loving the colours, I'm loving it, but I did it on opal. Why did I do it on opal? And it depends on how I get the light setting on it. Sometimes I can see the holes, sometimes I can't, and it bugs me a little bit. But I am enjoying doing it, and I probably will do a little bit more to this at some point soon, so fingers crossed. But I did manage to get a little bit done to the bridge and what have you, so we'll see. We'll get a bit more done as we go. Biggie one that I've done a fair bit to since you last saw it, but my Autumn Celtic Lady, I've done quite a bit to her. She's getting stitched on, I can't remember, bear with me while I get my bag. As I get my organising bag, and I'm not going to be able to find the label here. There we go. She's on Crafty Kitten, and it was the September 2016 limited edition, which doesn't have a name, but it's sort of a mottled grey colour. But I'm really enjoying the colours on her and watching her come together. I'm just deciding whether I'm going to go up or down first, but I think I will go down because I've kind of, when I photocopied the pattern, because I like to work from a working copy, just where these colours are ending here, they tended to be on the next page down, so I probably will go down before I go up, because I haven't really taken anything from above there. So yeah, I'm liking how she's coming out. I'm loving the colours. I think it's definitely better doing the altered colours for the autumn one, because purple and orange just aren't autumn to me. Green is. The next one is my 10 a day one. I'm behind on this one, I will admit. I am about 2 weeks behind, but mainly because of how work has been and the interview yesterday. I had to do a presentation, so I had to get that organised as well, so that took time away from stitching, so I really didn't get much done the last couple of weeks or so, but I have done quite a bit to her. I mean, it's literally just this section here has just gone up in the tens, but you know, she's coming out really quite nice. And I switched my needle minder. I don't know if I'd switched it before the last one, but I put the ruby slippers on rather than the paw print one I had. I've got her boots done here as well. I'm just swithering, I think I'm doing the darker red at the moment. I think that's what I've got threaded up. I think that will match. Yeah, it's the darker red that I've got threaded up ready to go. So I'll be doing a bit more of like the outliney colour, so I might well work down the outer edge and then do the fill in, and it's a bit easier counting it that way. I am enjoying it still. It's just she's not the one that I've picked up to do of an evening. I've picked up the others instead, but she is coming along. And then the one that I've done the most on, I'm actually going to pull this out because I took it off my my L. Bessie frame and I put it in a, I can't get the clip undone, I put it in an R&R frame and took it to my work on the last block of night shifts. There we go. So I'll wind it a bit. There we go. So it is the Fantasy Sal. So I'm just going to unwind it and let you see how far I'm getting with that. So it's getting there. I've obviously still got the bottom squares here, and the July square just came out just this month, but I am absolutely loving the colours in this. So I'm working on the February, March, April, yeah, the May, I forgot which month I was on, the May block, which is the dragon. And you know, I was a bit unsure about the pink flowers, but you know, once the colours are on, it's stunning. They're just gorgeous colours. So yeah, I'm going to finish that block, and then I'm going to decide whether I want to keep going with that block or start on another block. So we'll see how I'm feeling. But I have a feeling I'm going to put it down for a bit, because I did just do the 2 blocks back to back, so I might just leave it because I've got other things I want to work on, and I'll work on them first and then maybe go back to it. The Under the Sea stitch along, I got all up to date on that. I've just got to start this month's, so that's where we are. Make sure I'm getting it all in. That's where we are just now. So I have just literally got the July block to start in there, which is a mermaid if you're not part of that stitch along. So yeah, I am looking forward to stitching her, and what I may do is I'm going on holiday soon and I haven't decided what I'm going to take. I might just take a few of the magazine freebies because they're just quick and simple to stitch up, or I may just take that one. I don't know. I don't feel like taking a lot of thread and whatnot with me because I probably won't do a lot in the evenings. It'll just be when we're travelling in the car, and so the small ones will be easier. So I started on the Happiness is Homemade stitch along as well. I bought it a while ago. I hadn't started it, hadn't even found a bit of material, and then a group of girls that I chat with on WhatsApp, one of the girls had it and said who else has got it and who else wants to start it, so we're kind of doing it in our own time. I have started it because we also started a group of 100 days where we were to work on nothing but current whips for 100 days. I think that's been softened off slightly for some of the people that only work on one thing at a time, so if they finished it, then how are they going to start something new? So I think it's kind of been softened off, but I knew I had some projects coming up that I wanted to start, this being one of them, because we were going to be starting at the 1st of July. So I got them started so that they were whips and not new starts. So it started. but I am doing this, so I've literally just put in the bottom bow at the bottom, and I've got my needle minder that came from So Much to Love with one of the bags of the month, and this is going on. It's Chromatic Alchemy. It is Brittany Lugana. It is a Tempest, which I think was the fabric of the month for June, May or June, one of the two, but I just thought it was really pretty, and I thought the colours would sit okay on that, so that's what I'm doing it on. So it's started. I haven't done much more to it yet, but we shall, there's time. And then in one of the other groups I'm in, we're doing I need to actually work on this, so this might go on holiday with me so I can get it done. You can't really see what it is at the moment, but it is going to be a thistle, and I'm just doing it on plain cream Ada that I had sitting around, and I'm doing it with variegated thread. So that's it so far. I don't have much at the moment, and I can't show you the pattern because I can't show you what it's going to look like because it is just the pattern. I think I got it off of Etsy, but I'm stitching it in Jodery Designs thread, which is Alessandra's Pansy. So that's it there. I thought it was quite pretty, and I thought the purples and the yellows would be nice for a thistle, but that's going to be a needle keep for me to send to somebody. So that's in the making. I need to get that finished for the end of this month, and fingers crossed I will. So other things, yep, here's another one I worked on. So I worked on this. This was my carry around in my little project bag. So this is what I'm putting in. If I'm doing the magazine things, the whole lot's just fitting in there. It was great. So I worked on, it was one of the freebies out of Cross Stitch Crazy, I think. One of their episodes, but it was the little hedgehog with the strawberries. So I worked on that. I had been aiming to do it for one of the kids' teachers, but I'll start working on these when I'm at my work, wherever, and I'll have some in stock for when they do finish school, and then I can pass them on to the teachers. And then I touched on it briefly, so Adele Cat stitches, she is doing a sew along, a stitch along even, with sewing cats from Soda Stitch. So yeah, I have purchased the pattern. If anyone's interested, you'll get it on Etsy. I can't remember, there it is. The seller on Etsy was Jeannie's Cross Stitch on Etsy. She's Soda Stitch's international official retailer. So got the pattern. So this is what we're stitching up. I loved it for this the old sewing machine, because that's similar to the sewing machine in my Maggie the Messmaker, of which I am now at the stage I want to pick her up and do a bit more to her. So again, because I knew I had this 100 days thing coming up, obviously didn't want to have a new start, so quickly shouted the girls and said, what's the first stitch, what's the first one in the top left of the centre. So they told me the number, so it literally has one cross in it, and that's it. So I'm doing it on, it's a 28 count Lugana. It's again from Chromatic Alchemy, and the colour is June. And I think I had originally bought this to do one of my Celtic ladies on, and then for whatever reason I've changed my mind. It may well have been the autumn one, and I decided to go with the Crafty Kitten colour instead. I just preferred that colour. So I am at least using it. So one stitch into that, so I may actually pick that up and work on that next and do a bit more of that, because it looks so fun. It's so, I mean, look at it, it's cute. I do quite like the Soda Stitch design, so we'll see. I do quite like it. So, purchases, and my chair's just gone all wobbly. Oh, and one last one I'm working on. So this is the other half of it was a two-piece set. There was the 2 hedgehogs. So I have started the next one. So that's the next hedgehog is started. But I did notice one error, and I can't show you the pattern obviously. But I was stitching along and I was like, why are the symbols on the side? Yeah, the symbols weren't on the side. I'd photocopied the pattern the wrong way round. I'd photocopied it on its side. So it's literally 45 degrees round. So I'm just going to have to carry on stitching that, because to twist the pattern, well, to twist this round 45 degrees so that the two match, my crosses are going to be going the wrong way, and I would forget that I'm meant to be doing my crosses there. So I'm just carrying on and doing it, because it will write itself eventually. So yeah, I've started that. I'll probably get it finished at some point. That's my wee carry around in my wee pouch that I'm taking to my work. So purchases, not a huge amount actually. Most of them have been needle minders. Catherine, you're naughty, but she doesn't care. She's not sorry at all. But I have, if you're on Lakeside's groups, you will know what this material's for. I am going to be doing the Christmas stitch along. It's another Doreen Jones pattern, and there's going to be, I think the main outline's a house, and obviously there's going to be little bits in the house, and it's not as long as the, I think it's going to be done by December, so I will be starting that at some point as well. Needle minders that I bought from Catherine at Needle Keep Emporium. She keeps putting these things up on the group, but I have got another poppy one that I may well give to my mum, because she likes poppies, and I think I've already got one for me, so I may give it to my mum. But poppies with the diamonds round the side, or the gems round the side. And then this one says, I just want to make beautiful things even if nobody cares. What more can you say? I do. And then I like the cats, so I've got a couple of the cats. So I've got the purple skinny one and the orange big one, because I think they're pretty. And then, yeah, I haven't let my son see this one, because this one would have disappeared by now. We've got the Star Wars coffee. And then, of course, as soon as I saw it, I knew I had to have Baby Groot. So that's that. And I'm going to have to stop because there's a van coming, so I've got a delivery coming, so I'll be straight back. Apologies for that. So that was just bits and pieces that I've got ordered for my daughter's birthday arriving. But it's where I can say every time I see a car out there, I knew there was stuff coming. An owl one, which I just fell in love with the minute I saw it. It's gorgeous. I mean, why not? And then a crab one. It was actually huge. But he's pretty. I just liked his colours. He kind of matches. I got, I put it on my under the sea sill because I'd got a starfish one. So I may just put him on there as well and just have the two of them, because why not? You can never have too many. Well, you probably can, but you can't. I like them. And then I ordered some scissor keeps as well with her. So there's the moon with the love heart charm. So I'm going to take these out now. Right, ignore this opening packet sound. I've just pulled the ribbon off as well. so you can see it just a little bit better. It's a little love heart that's in the middle of that one. I just thought it was so pretty. And then this one's similar colour, but it's just a circle. You can see it. And then obviously, because it's Doctor Who, it's got to be had. We've got, I'll spin it around so you can see it, the TARDIS, which will match my Don't Blink that I've got. I think I've got it on something, can't remember. So magazines I got during the week, so just in case Stitcherista watches, hi Danielle if you do, I don't know if you do. I think you've got enough on your plate without having to catch up with random floss tubers, but Cross Stitch Crazy for the month of September is there. There's not a huge amount in it that is taking my fancy, shall we say. There's nothing that's making me go, oh I have to stitch that. But it's got a fox with a baby fox and it's rather pretty, so I probably will stitch that up because I do quite like that. So that's that. And then my bag of the month, look, just literally arrived in the post today, so ignore the, you know, it's Christmas. I'm opening a packet, live with it. So bag of the month for July, and it's a nice sort of dark blue with flowers. A little letter in here explaining it. So, this month I chose fabrics that would speak to patriotism and honour those who serve and who have served for our great country. The chart for this month is by the talented Salma of Stone Street Stitchworks on Etsy. So I'll just show you that. It's called Leafy Lane, and that is actually really quite pretty. I'm going to have to figure out what to stitch that on. I'll just spray that everywhere. So I think that's on 16 count, they're advising that. So I think I've got some 32 count somewhere, so I might use that. I quite like that. Yeah. I fell deeply in love with her work. I have my eye on several of her charts. We also have hand dyed floss by our dear friend Nancy of Victorian Moto Sampler. Her floss is so yummy. So she's done patriotic colours. So we've got, well, it's red, white and blue, shall we say. Last but not least, we have included 5 mother of pearl star-shaped buttons for your finishing stash. And there they are there. They're just little mother of pearl stars. They're quite pretty. And that's it. So it is quite a nice wee bag. And I've actually found a new use for them. So, oh, she's got stars on the inside. There you go. But they came in handy. Obviously I'm using it, you know, for carrying around at my work. But if you've got kids, my kids have a Nintendo. They're old ones each they've got, and they've got games for it, and I don't actually have like a proper holder for them. I put the games when they were going away with Nana and Grandad last week. Put the games in one of these. They're still in there. They're safe. They're handy for all sorts. If you didn't fancy the one that came, you give it to a friend for a present, for a makeup bag. Handy for everything. So that's that, and I think that's about it. There's not been a huge amount other going on other than just life being busy. I mean, obviously this job promotion is going to mean it's more hours. It's not a huge change, but it doesn't sound as bad when you put it. It's only one shift extra a month, so it's a bit of a change. I may well have more weekends off. I should still get days off during the week, but I probably will be working more Monday to Friday rather than weekends, but I will be doing the odd weekend and I will be doing the odd block of night shifts. So we'll just have to wait and see how the stitching's affected by this. That's about it. I will try not to leave it so long the next time, because that's been over a month. I do apologise. It's just whenever I've had the chance to stitch, there's been something else has been happening, or rather to film. There's been something else is happening. So fingers crossed things will settle down a bit now, and I will catch you all hopefully at the beginning of August. So look after yourselves and I'll see you all later. Bye.